You are listening to Ned Radio. Be sure to stay tuned until after the video to see information on each of the songs played. We hope you like them as much as we do. If so, don't forget to give us a like and make sure to check, making sure that bell is rung. We are grateful you chose to share these moments with us and hope we can somehow brighten your day. Up next, we have to give a bit of a warning. The drives are during trips where Misha's driving, usually taking the kiddo back and forth to the airport. She is raw, open, and often discusses things that might trigger others in a way that would be best to turn off at that time. Please know that we get it. Self-care is important. We would rather you come back and spend time with us when you are ready and never want to cause you to feel badly. Our top concern is making sure everyone is okay. This channel is about lifting each other up, sharing our pain, triumphs, victories, life hacks, struggles, etc. We are trying to create as safe a place as possible online that shows it is okay to not be okay. There will also be a good chance that there will be cussing, road rage, occasional raised voice, tears, confusion, etc. We are sharing our own personal self, and the goal for these recordings is mostly for our own personal growth towards facing our fears. It is also as a means of posterity, in the hopes that we can leave some sort of legacy for the kiddos to come, listen, and maybe get a better understanding as to who their mama really is. We do not ask anyone to stay through these, but if you do, please know that it is appreciated more than can ever be shown. The possibility that someone else might get something out of this is unimaginably humbling, and Misha takes this to heart more than you will ever know. Saying all this, however, it is understood the responsibilities to not only others, but also to self. She will not apologize for sharing her truth. It may not be correct, it may not be pleasant, but in no ways are their intent to hurt others or be negative, ever. It is just the inner ramblings of a mad woman with agoraphobia and many other labels attached to her chart who is trying to learn self and be better today than the day before. That said, one of her biggest struggles is being poor. This is not as a way to grift or get anyone to feel bad or want to offer money out of sympathy. It just is. It is part of our struggle and necessary to be spoken of. If it comes out, it comes out. Misha's tired of having to think before speaking for fear of what others might think. Especially during these drives, there are other things to concentrate on besides saying the wrong thing or offending others. Again, please understand these are insights into her world, not attempts to grow a channel or any other agenda. Please be understanding of this. We believe everyone here is similar in the sense that we just want to grow our village. That village is our entire support system. Thank you for being the good that is still left in this world. Thank you for being the change that makes it possible for us to do things like this. Enough of all that, though. Let's do this. Oh, and be sure to stay tuned for some of our other favorite channel updates. Until next time, stay awakened.
This is your heartbeat when you and I were one. Now it's
Well, here I am again on my way home after taking the kiddo to the airport.
I'll never be the same for when you were created.
I'm about to pee my pants.
My world forever changes as I ponder little things. Life was so
And yet I'm drinking water.
before my thoughts had wings. Fanciful dreams and lofty goals is where my mind does race. Because now all I want to
Dang on if y'all can see the front from me, but I got.
from maiden to mother.
I just thought I'd take up 2 lanes for a minute.
As our family and its journey has only just begun. You may not realize this.
Not very talkative today.
However, there is something that you
It's been a really rough few weeks.
we may not share this fragile
On the bright side, I did not get lost today.
forever, my child. You will be more than kin for my heart.
So that's always a plus.
Body too.
I'm not home yet, but
Always and forever.
the scary part's over. I don't think this car knows what they're doing. They speed up and they slow down. They speed up and they slow down.
On the cold streets, I wander all alone, with the chilling wind, the only kin I've ever known. In this world unrecognizable, so unknown, searching.
So, boy, it's been kind of hectic around my life.
Finding no home.
Kind of crazy for a damn hermit who never goes nowhere, does nothing. Agoraphobe. The only reason I'm out right now is because I'm taking my kid to the airport. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be out.
In this desolate world, where dreams
It is getting easier, though. Anybody out there that's
your embrace,
going through the same thing, it does get easier. I mean, I'm still a bundle of nerves, and I think I would be regardless whether I was agoraphobic or not
that's where I roam.
right now, because my life has been really just ugh.
Solace in the unknown, lost in a
But the agoraphobia,
drowning in my tears.
you know, I feel good when I go outside. I really do. I mean, I feel good. And especially on days like today. Today is beautiful.
Thinks of itself,
All the fall colors coming in.
believing in things you can't
And I used to really like driving. Now I don't. I can't stand it. But
find of addiction.
I used to really like it, especially when I had my convertible. I just popped that top, put some classic music on, and drive.
Me before I could ever call it my own.
But now I think part of that is knowing how easy it is to lose somebody, and how 1 minute somebody's there and next minute they're gone. I think my fear of that is anticipated by,
Your embrace breaks
that's not the right word, but you know what I'm saying, is
the streets of desolation.
further induced with any moment something could happen.
Anthem finding solace in the unknown.
And you're counting on not just yourself, but everybody that's on the road with you to be sober minded, to be not distracted, to not be on their phone, to actually be paying attention to what they're doing. And let's face it, folks, I don't think that's the majority of the population these days. But I will tell you one thing that helped me this time not to get lost on a road that I've traveled many times and still get lost, usually quite often. Allison, she doesn't normally take the way that I take to go to the airport. And I'm like, I don't know why you do this. I don't know why you go that way, even though she uses Jeepus, and Jeepus told her to go this way that I normally go. So she decided to go my way, and everything went really smoothly. And I said, see, wasn't that easier? And she says, how do you get lost coming up here, Mama? Damn good question. That was a good question, child. Who's almost 30 and I still think of as 16. And so I was more mindful, because I told her, I said, you see that exit right there? The one that I'm supposed to take to get back home? I never know, like I go in and out of my thinking brain. Turning the air off because, man, I gotta pee. I think that I get so worried because, for one thing, what am I doing whenever I get lost after leaving the airport? I'm leaving the airport, which means I've dropped you off to get on an airplane, which scares the crap out of me. You know, that alone makes me disassociate just a little bit, not completely, but I do pull out a little bit, and I'm not 100% where I need to be. And I said, but there's a cemetery just before it, which is right after it, since we're driving up there the opposite way. I said, maybe, because that's a conscious thing, but I don't pay attention to it because it's just there. But maybe if I pay attention and look for it, instead of just turning as I turn naturally, instinctively, and be in my mindful, aware brain, it might help. And even though it still felt really weird, even though it still felt like I was disassociated, I still was able to do it, even though everything in me was telling me, no, that's not right, you don't go here, or you turn here. With my thinking brain, being mindful of my surroundings, I turned on the right exit, and look, I'm almost 3/4 of the way home. I still have that feeling like something's not right. Like I've missed my exit, or I hit somebody and I'm dragging them, and there's different smells, and I worry if I, ran something over and it's catching fire in the wheel. All these different senses are going off on a million different ways. But I have to do this. I can't turn her down. This is something important for her, and she has nobody in her life besides me. I have to do this. There's not an option. And so because of that, and because I am doing it, I'm facing my fears. Whereas the complacency of not having to do so otherwise is where I was. And I stay most of the time, unless I've got to take her to the airport or pick her up. And I think there's a lot to be said about that. Because to live, what I'm doing right now, it's not even surviving. Y'all, it's not even surviving. And it's such a waste of life. I have all these things that I want to do, all these things that I feel led to do. And yet I stay in my prison at home and don't do anything about it. I told her, I said, believe it or not, I'm a little sad whenever you leave. I really enjoy having you home. I may be miserable in my life and in me, but I'm not miserable in you. But I think because she smiles, her sweet boo smile, and I don't get those all the time, but she did. And I got to thinking, we get so caught up in being miserable in our lives, we don't realize that we're making those that we love think that we're miserable in them. And that's not fair. It's not fair to Bradley to be miserable in him, even though he does cause a lot of it, has caused a lot of it. I made the decision to stay with him, to be with him. And it's when one does, the other does as well. It's not fair to Allison. It's not fair to my grand princess, who come along in this life at a time whenever I was falling. I had fallen, but I was still falling. And I've not really found my way back up yet since. It's not fair to her, for her to think that I'm just not, that I'm miserable in her as a grand princess. It's not fair to Samantha, her mama, who is a mom on her own, without much support either. Because I'm miserable in my life and don't know how to get myself out of it, I make her think that I'm miserable in her because I can't be there for her like I need to be being a mom. It's not fair. Definitely wasn't fair to Christina. She needed somebody anyway. I guess that's why I try to be there for so many people. Y'all, I'm failing every one of y'all. And I keep trying to put the mask on, but I feel like the mask includes doing for others, because that's part of what I am, part of who I am, part of what I believe in, part of what I need. And how can I expect to be returned that? So many of you guys too, without doing the same. I'm really stuck on that. I don't know how to put the damn oxygen mask on. I don't even know where to find it. It's getting so scary. I don't know what's going on this road, why people are driving like this. Not like I'm in a hurry, I'm just going home, except for I do have to pee. And that'll make a person hurry. It's like, get out the way, fools, I got to pee. Daggum, y'all, what are we doing? What is going on here? Searching for solace, but finding no home. Family of wind carry me through. Mercy. Whispered lullabies to ease what I've been through. In this desolate world where dreams are few. Come on. Hold me close, let your embrace break through. I don't understand. They're crisscrossing, but nobody's getting anywhere. That's like how I live my life. What the world, people? Let's not do this out here in reality. Mama got to pee. This is just weird. Thank you. I don't know what that was all about. That was just the strangest thing. Did y'all see that? Tell me y'all saw it. It's just a pepper dog, if you ask me. So I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to say. Because really and truly, all I can think about right now is getting to that damn toilet. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you expect to live, make the most out of it. Find a way to do the things that you want to do. And do them. If you have barriers, find what your barriers are and take them to the airport. I didn't mean it like that, because Allison's not a barrier. But taking her to the airport has helped me, because I couldn't do it on my own. Going to the airport has made me have a reason to get out of my prison cell.
In the darkest nights, I'll search for my salvation.
I will tell you that I've got to pee so bad, and it's not like I couldn't stop somewhere and go to the restroom. Right? I mean, I've driven past well, not a million, but I've been driven past a whole bunch of stores, a whole bunch of places that I could actually stop and pull in. Granted, there's not having the money, so I can't buy anything, and so I feel disrespectful by going and using their facilities without returning, but still yet, there's Loves, there's places, there's gas stations that I could stop and go to the bathroom. But I don't, and I questioned myself just a little bit ago. Would I stop if I was about to pee my pants? I really don't know. I think I might need to start carrying a diaper with me. Because I'm getting older, and my bladder's changing too, y'all. This whole getting old crap is for the birds. It is not at all what they advertise in the brochures. I would like a refund, please. I don't want to go out. I don't want to stop at a store, and I don't want to see other people because I'm still very brand new in all this. And honestly, I used to love people, and now I'm getting to a point where I really am just scared to death of everybody. And I don't like that feeling. But betrayal's real, man. And it can come in some of the most incredibly surprising forms. Things you hold deep, morals you hold, responsibilities you hold, your own accountability. It's all jacked.
Betrayed by a world only thinks of itself. I'm so tired of believing in things you can't buy off the shelf. I was not that little girl who dreamed of addictions or the
Nobody is who you imagine they are in your eyes. Remember that. It's unfair to actually make somebody someone that you hold them to be if they're not. But damn, it hurts when they show you that they're not. Her car is so crunchy savvy now. And she won't be able to fix it, even though she got an insurance check in her name for the amount she needs to fix it, and that was going to be her come-up-and money. It was going to get her where she needed to be, and yeah. No, it got stolen. Wait till y'all hear the story about that. Oh my God. When you don't have nothing, and even what is owed to you is taken away. I'm tired of being a puppet. I'm tired of my family being puppets. Some puppet ain't got no strings, no. I got no strings to hold me down. I got no strings that can be found. Got no strings to dun dun dun. There are no strings on me. Hey. So all the plans I had for the singing and all that stuff still gonna happen, but it's just I have no money, and it costs to do everything, and so it takes longer to get anything done. And by the time I get a chance to work on something before I get distracted, then I lose my place and I can't get back to it. And all these easy ways cost money. I'm having to do it the free way, which I'm not griping. That's great. I love being able to do stuff free. It just sucks and it takes time. And so I just want everybody to understand that I think it'll happen. I hope it'll happen. I'm trying. I haven't given up, and I'm not just full of crap, even though it seems like it, because I never come through with what I say I'm gonna do. My consistency is shit now. But I am trying, and I am working on it, and I'm not gonna quit. I made it home. Thank y'all for listening. To anybody that's out there that listened. Again, still blows my mind, and I am so grateful. We're home. Love y'all. I don't even know if I can get my backpack or get the phone because I gotta pee so bad.
become
Um,
as our family, and its journey has only just begun. You may not realize this as you start to grow. However, there is something that you really ought to know. We may not share this fragile skin, yet forever, my child, you will be more than kin. For my heart and soul, yes, body too, will always and forever belong to you.